Now, if you need to, you can also create a smaller steps fear hierarchy for each situation. So if you feel too overwhelmed to face a situation in one go, you may want to break it down into smaller steps. So let's go back to the analogy of overcoming a fear of water or swimming. And if you just jump into the deep end, you think, I'm not going to do that. I refuse. It just feels like too much. I'll be too frightened. So day one, you go in a few feet. You feel the water. You get used to it. Then you go up to your waist. Maybe you do step one for 3 or 4 days in a row just to get used to the water. Then after that, you go up to your waist for a few days. Just paddle about in the water. Get used to it. Maybe sit down in the water. So you get used to yourself being submerged in water, and you do that for a few more days. Then you venture out a bit further, feel how that feels very gradually, getting used to it. Try it for a few more days, just that level. Then you could maybe put some sort of rubber ring on or something and go out a wee bit further. Then you could try to tread water, and so on. So you can see that was all broken down into smaller and smaller steps, and that means you get used to it. And there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. It's better to do it slowly and gradually than not at all. It doesn't matter how long this takes. It's going to work quicker than it will if you don't do it at all. So, there's an example of a smaller steps fear hierarchy on page 27. So the situation was, from the previous hierarchy, was a shopping centre. And I'm not sure what the SUDS level was at. I think it was around 3 or 4. So let's say you don't want to just go into the shopping centre, and you need to break this down into smaller steps. So smaller steps may be, number 1, just travel to the shopping centre and sit in the car park. Right? So you're not going to have to go in, but at least you're going to the shopping centre. You're going to look at it. You're going to sit in the car park. You're getting used to the idea of going there, and you can just keep repeating that until you feel, right, that's not a problem anymore. It doesn't make me feel anxious. Second step, stand inside the shopping centre near the entrance. So you'll be driving to the shopping centre, sitting in the car park, getting out and standing inside the shopping centre near the entrance, and just wait. If you feel anxious, you wait it through. Okay, you let it happen. You put your understanding and skills into practice, and you wait until the anxiety levels drop. And then you repeat that until you feel comfortable doing that. Third step, so you're traveling to the shopping centre, you're standing inside just near the entrance, and you walk around at least one shop near the entrance. So can you see it's like the swimming analogy. You're going further, you're going into deeper and deeper water, just slightly. And you just repeat this again until you get used to it. Fourth step, you walk halfway down into the shopping centre. Right? So if you felt before that walking halfway down into the shopping centre is very scary, then you'll have got here in smaller and smaller stages, and you've got used to it by this stage. So walking down halfway into the shopping centre doesn't produce as much anxiety, and you'll get used to it. Again, put your understanding and your skills into practice, and then you move on to number 5, which is go into at least 3 shops. Okay, so you're expanding your range of how far you're prepared to go. Another step may be go to the shopping centre at a busier time of day, but take somebody with you. So it's okay to bring somebody with you as long as you're trying to push another boundary. All right. You may think bringing somebody with you is just safety behavior, but if you're pushing a boundary and you go with somebody to help you through that at the earlier stages, then after a while you can drop that safety person, tell them to wait in the car, you're going to do it yourself the next time, and so on, until you have got used to the shopping centre.